Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit different. I've decided to document my trading journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader. I've been trading on and off for the past 3 to 4 years, and I've never really found a strategy that worked well, that I was able to get success in. And so now that I have the opportunity to trade full time again, I am going to be documenting this process. I will talk about this in another video, but let's just jump into the charts. So the strategy that I will be using is based on market structure, and I got a lot of knowledge on market structure from Lewis Kelly's YouTube page. So you can definitely head over to his channel to get more information about how to map out swing highs and swing lows, what is a break of structure, what is a change of character, and all of the different aspects of market structure. So I've already mapped out my highs and lows. I've already identified where their break of structures and change of character in this chart. This is the Euro USD 1 hour chart, and I'll be using the 1 hour as my dominant time frame. I'm not going any higher than the 1 hour, and I will be looking for entries on the 1 minute time frame. So using this analysis, the 1 hour chart is in a downtrend, and we are currently at an area of support. This is where we had previously the market was in an uptrend and created a order block and a fair value gap that price hadn't come back to us yet. So price has finally come back to that area. Ideally, I should be waiting for a opportunity to sell in alignment with the downtrend. For this particular trade, I wanted to trade the internal structures of the market. So in order for me to sell at the area of interest that I highlighted above in red and gray, that means that price would have to get back up there. I'm trying to capitalize on the move up to my area of interest and then capitalize on a move down as well. So in order for me to get into that trade, the downward trend on the lower time frame has to break. So there was news at 8:30 was core PPI. So I had to wait for that news event to take place before I even thought about entering a trade. This is the 8:30 candle, and this is what price did. And I was looking for opportunity to go long. Price broke the downward trend on a 1 minute chart. Okay, and then I had to go to a 5 minute chart to wait for a fair value gap to form after the change of character on the 1 minute chart. I selected like the middle of the fair value gap as the ideal entry area. This is my MT5 account, and I'm trying to put a pending order. Price pull up, and so I was able to put a limit order in the middle of the fair value gap. And then I decided to put another pending order at the top of the news candle. So if price broke above the high of the news candle, that would also be another entry. Right? And I felt comfortable taking 2 trades that day because it was a Wednesday and I didn't get a trade on the Monday or the Tuesday. When I looked at my risk to reward ratio of my 2 entry points, I realized that the second entry of breaking the high of the news candle will not really give me a good risk to reward ratio. It was I had to go too far into the area of interest for sells in order for me to get a good profit ratio. I decided that I need to get a better entry. As price retraced and moved down, I dragged my buy stop down. So this is where I finally got my buy stop to the same area as my first entry. My stop loss was 20 pips. My take profit was initially 40 pips, but then I decided to increase it to 60. So that's my entry. Let's just watch this play out. And that trade was a loss. So I ended up losing this trade. I just did my write-up for this trade so that I would have an idea of what I saw when I was taking this entry. So the reason why I entered this trade was because there was a 1 hour downtrend and it was pretty overextended after a big news release on Tuesday. So I felt confident that it was definitely going to pull back because it was overextended. And then there was also the higher time frame order block and fair value gap below. Price had reached that level below, and I thought it was going to hold up so that price would reverse from that area and head towards the sell zone above. And also it was a Wednesday. On Wednesdays you usually have a flip in the market, so 3 days fall, 3 days rise, 3 days rise, 3 days fall. So I was a little more confident because it was a Wednesday and I was expecting the pullback to happen on the Wednesday. And yeah, so that is why I took the trade. I'm happy with the trade. The only issue or the decision that I'm making coming out of this trade was that I'm not going to try to trade the internal structure. I'm just going to trade in alignment with the overall 1 hour trend. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to follow me on my process to becoming a consistently profitable trader, please subscribe and turn on post notifications. See you next time. Bye.